to you. We are the Outcast podcast. I'm Gentry, your host. We've assembled the dream team, a brown guy, a black guy, and a white guy. They walk in to do a podcast. We call it the Outcast podcast, and we are rocking episode 122.
Boom.
Hey, what's up?
Wow.
What's up, brown man? We have Ramo G, who's back.
Yep. Glad to be back. Thank you. Excuse me. Brown.
Oh, that was the right one.
But no, actually I did because I ate a lot of watermelon yesterday. We've been eating a lot since like the 4th of July. There's a lot of fiber and stuff and a lot of liquid, so you kind of get looser bowels.
So you got the dookie.
Just for hair. Nothing terrible. It's actually quite colon cleansing, and I love it. I'm going to eat me some more later.
Watermelon shits.
Hell yeah. I like it.
What's going on with our black representative, my man? my man Memphis, what's up with you? How you doing?
Just tripping off Rainbow and his watermelon shits he's talking about right now.
It's a lot of fiber, man. It's good for me.
They also say nothing hydrates you quite like liquid IV, but also
True.
watermelon.
Yes,
Yes.
that's absolutely true.
Said
I
watermelon
love
will
it.
get you
Oh,
high.
so
It's
good.
good for your skin. They say eat lots of watermelon.
Yeah.
I'm not as ashy today. Sure.
Let's go to our white representative, Tomcat. How are you, my friend?
Hello, sir.
Why are you talking like that?
I'm representing
He's out proving
Hey,
for the culture.
Please,
Well,
no,
just
you're not.
kidding.
No, you're not
What?
representing for the culture. Do not disrespect.
Yeah, because I
them
don't know
like
what culture
that.
you
Yeah, you're
talking
making
about.
fun, man.
It's like the redneck culture, I guess.
Man, I don't even think you're.
Please do not disappoint the white people, because I'm one of you, Tomcat. So I need you to bring it strong for the whites.
Oh, well,
today.
all right. I'll switch it up. He's black.
No, he's not.
No.
He's Italian. So.
All right, this episode is being brought to you by Manscaped. Tomcat stays Manscaped thanks to our friends at Manscaped.
The crop preserver.
Is it nice?
The crop preserver. It is
Tell us
that is
about that.
the crop preserver is what you put on your boys after you take a shower, and it leaves them so fresh and so clean. I mean, hours later, my boys used to be funky. A couple hours later, now they're
You know what?
underwear smelling good. I'm like, damn.
That's great from you. You think we can get your girl to give you an endorsement on that?
Yeah, we need to know what she say about
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I think she likes it.
You
we'll,
think?
We'll find out. We'll
Yeah.
have to ask her.
Yeah, we should ask
Can we
her.
send her? Can we send
Tom,
a
This
message to her?
stuff,
Jeffrey,
not my
you know.
dong,
Oh,
but
yeah,
not my
so we
boys.
need
But
to know
she
what's
definitely
going
makes
on.
the stuff. Clearly.
Gross.
Oh,
Well, you can
gosh.
save 20% off at checkout, and you get free shipping. And you can get the nose hair trimmer. You can get the whole kit. You shave your balls. Even guys with the big beards now. Everybody's got a big beard these days.
Yeah.
You got to keep that thing under control. You got to stay Manscaped.
Yeah.
So go to manscaped.com. When you check out, use our promo code OUTCAST, 20% off the top, and they'll ship it to your house for free.
Nice.
We'd like to thank everybody for listening to the show today. We've got a lot to get to. We'll start with what happened to me over the weekend. I was telling the story before the show, and the guys thought it was so funny that they said, "Oh, you got to talk about this on today's show." So,
Oh, yeah, it's funny.
Yes, sir.
so my daughter Faith, she's born 07/07/07.
That's
All right.
awesome.
That's July 7th, 2007. I told her when she turns 21, we're going to Vegas. I'm putting her in front of one of those slot machines, and hopefully 777 she hits.
That's going to be a great
That'd
day.
be lovely. But
Oh, yeah.
Good numbers.
we celebrated her birthday on 07/07/07.
Yeah.
She had a couple friends over, and they decided we want to have a birthday cake bake-off.
With friends like this, who needs an enema?
Exactly.
So we had a few friends over, and they were like, all right, let's bake our own cake. This will be like a competition.
Where'd he get all this cake batter and
You
stuff
fell
from, man?
for
Y'all
it.
somebody went to the store and bought a bunch of cakes?
I had it
Cake mix?
Instacarted to the house.
Oh, gosh.
I just got on Instacart, and they deliver it right to your house. So they start making these cakes. I start watching some Cubs baseball. I leave the party. I let the kids have fun in the kitchen. I come back. One of the teenage boys, what is that Ramsey guy in the kitchen? It's like Hell's Kitchen in there.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gordon
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon.
Gordon Ramsay all of a sudden pulls out a cake, and it's got a giant. If we could roll the video, I have video
Please do.
from the
Oh,
party.
we got to see this. We haven't seen this.
This little son of a bitchin' kid.
I can't see it.
There
And
it
they
is.
clapping
It's the
and
one on the
everything.
right. The one on the right.
So this is the video.
Must be white. No,
Go ahead and bring up the image so that
There it is. See it?
Oh,
I-
no.
what?
He drew
Oh.
Is that a dick?
It's a penis.
All right, can we be
There.
a little? Oh,
Look at
okay,
that.
I see
Oh, shit. You
it.
little
I mean,
motherfucker, you.
that's like
Where do I place my pen?
it's a
Some
very
big-ass
it's a
balls,
very
too, man.
That's all
basic
balls.
it's a very basic drawing.
It is. I mean, he was a teenager.
Cock
I
and
think it was
balls.
a
Now it could be upside down, and it could just be like a face.
Eyes
That's
and
a-
nose.
What did
He
the
forgot
kid,
the eyeballs.
Did he own up to it? Was he like standing next to it, like check out?
yeah, he did. He was showing off, and then I kind of felt like you can't have a young boy come into your house when you have a 17-year-old daughter and let him disrespect the household
Yeah.
with a big penis on a cake.
Now, who said blow out the candles?
You've crossed the line already, Tomcat. There'll be no,
Jeez,
there'll be no
that's
blowing.
his
There'll be
daughter.
no blowing on this
on.
cake.
She's 16.
He
Yeah,
said he
I'm not
said somebody
surprised.
said it. Then I'd really be. If he was the one that said that too, I'd really be on him then.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
What'd you
this
just say, kid?
They were.
punch.
It's hard for me to talk about it when you have a daughter. You don't have one, Tomcat, so you don't know
Thank God.
what it's like.
Oh no.
But when you have
Sure.
a young 16-year-old boy who you know what's going through his mind, all of a sudden
100%.
bake up a cake with a giant penis on it, and he expects your 17-year-old daughter
think that
to
was
blow
big?
out the candles, you feel
Giant.
disrespected in your own home.
Yeah, you better.
100%.
Now here,
Shit, what
here's
the
100%.
fuck?
Here's what you could have done. You could have just got the cake and like smushed it in his face.
Or you could have just
That's
called.
that's assault.
That's a
Or you could have just called us
He's a
over
kid.
and we could have kicked his ass. We could have did it like Will
He's
Smith
a kid.
and Martin
All
Lawrence.
right.
Well, that's
Let's
a
not
little.
We
listen
could
to him.
have checked
But
his ass like Reggie.
Well, that's a little far. But did you call his dad and tell him, "Hey, your kid's over here drawing dicks on cakes"?
I figured what I would do. I don't want to get the kid in any trouble. You know, hopefully his old man's not watching this show.
Oh,
but,
fuck that.
He might be.
But
We
I-
are just kidding,
I did.
by the
I
way.
did want to
I
let
hope.
him know that
Maybe.
I'm the dad in the house, and this isn't right to just be going into people's houses and,
Drawing dicks.
throwing dicks on cakes.
Yeah.
It's just disrespectful. So I let him know. I don't know
It's dicks respectful.
how you were raised, but this is a little disrespectful.
Dicks respectful.
And
Dick
next thing you know,
respectful.
I'm trying to check this kid, and then Amy, my baby mama, she checks me.
What?
She's just like,
dun,
"Oh,
dun,
don't-"
dun.
She's like, don't give him a hard time. You know what you were doing when you were 16? You were doing worse. I was like, what?
And all of a sudden, he starts
Worse.
thinking about his 2 Live Crew album.
Well, that's
Oh,
what
he's so
she
fun.
said. She said, we remember when we were 16, we were hiding off in the garage to listen to the 2 Live Crew cassettes.
We weren't.
Wait, were
We was
you
doing
with
that
her
shit in
back
our
then?
room.
I wasn't, but we were both doing the same things at that time.
Yeah, Uncle Luke was
And
dirty,
he was
man.
he was
I know
before.
him.
For
exactly.
me, Luke came out before I was 16.
Not me.
Mhm.
It was like I was in probably the 5th grade, I think, when Uncle Luke came out with that "As Nasty as They Want to Be."
No, I
was-
think we
I
were like,
was
I think we were like
16.
7th grade. We might have been 6th or 7th grade.
Maybe we were that old, but I don't think I was a 16-year-old when that came out.
No.
I was a junior.
But as I'm trying to check the kid, I end up getting checked by Faith's mother, saying, "Stop giving the kid a hard time, let it go." But the way I got him was just before he's about to leave, and I know his mother's a real conservative. They're coming
Ooh.
over to pick him up. I was like, "Hey, you want to take some cake to go? Why don't you take this one with you?" And I had it all packed up with the dick and balls. I was like, "Go ahead and take that out to your own mother and show her."
Wait to have your cock in my mouth.
Dang.
Wow.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
But the kid, all of a
Oh,
sudden,
man.
his mom's in the driveway, and I'm acting like I'm about to send it home with him. He gets real squirmy, really started
Sure.
sweating. Like, "No, please, my mom will never let me over here again." I was like, "Oh, now tough guy with the big dick and balls."
You know how I would have played that? I would have played. I would totally.
Well, with the skinny dick and the big balls.
First, like, was his mom attractive or not? Is she through? Is she like cute?
Just don't.
What the
Just-
fuck?
Thank you. Let that play out.
No, because I'm like, oh, so this is how you raise a little fucker, right? So I'd go right on over to her. Hey, so just want to let you know, your son made this dick on a cake, a dick cake, and I wanted to present it to you as a gift.
Then throw it in her fucking face. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. My bad. Beep.
I think
On the windshield of the car.
I think what you did was all right, like just saying something in front of him, showing your displeasure.
Yeah.
I think somewhere within the evening, I would have also pulled him to the side and been like, "Yo, like,
So
I understand you're a kid, whatever, but this is my house. Don't ever come in here and
I-
disrespect me like that again. Like that's some BS. You always be welcome here, but we don't do that here. Like, because you do have to understand that he's a kid. He's a growing up kid. He's at a girl's birthday party. Like, little boys are smart asses. We know that. We were all there. So, like, scold him a little, school his ass, but, don't make him hate you because then, aside from keeping him away from your daughter, like, that could turn out bad for her.
But would
too.
you have ever done that as a kid? I think that kid
Ever.
is bold. That kid is
Ever.
bold
Yeah, I
as
was-
shit,
I
boy.
was- I was just-
bold.
I was
And
just
listen,
about to
but
say
I
that.
do know Gentry has a story about a dick pic, but from back in the day. But he didn't do it. His buddy did it. But
Yeah,
he got in trouble for a dick pic by
That's
a
right.
dad one time.
That's true. That
I,
did
lo-
happen. That did
I lost a
happen.
girlfriend over it.
Yeah.
See how that shit comes back around
Yeah,
to
but
bite you right in the ass?
But
Yeah.
you know
God
what, man?
damn it.
Like, think about this. Back in the day, like, all boys gonna be boys. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And-
not an
and-
excuse for anything.
No,
though.
because that's
But
not where I was
just-
going. That's
you
not
can
where I was going.
Understand that they're gonna do stupid shit because
We
we
didn't
think
do
with
that
two
shit
heads.
because we knew, like,
well,
if you got
we had
what
respect.
if maybe just around my way.
Is that our fault though?
If somebody let you, if a girl you was messing around with and you was in the house with her dad at the same time, was like you was taking a chance for one, and
Well,
two,
this isn't her boyfriend.
It's not her boyfriend,
It's
which is
another-
why I
another
think
boy.
this kid, he felt, I don't know why he did
so
that.
why the
It's
hell he hanging
insane.
around
But
then?
He was probably just trying to be funny.
Oh, it
dude.
is
like,
funny. Yeah, it
just
is
like
funny.
the Hawk
No.
Tua girl and so many
Nah.
other things they get.
No, you don't get no
that's
pass.
is it out of place? No,
Yes.
I'm not giving them a pass 100%, but you can understand that somebody would do something crazy like that, just trying to
We
be
wouldn't have done no shit
themselves
like
something.
that.
Well, hell no, because
Okay, see, so
maybe Gentry should have showed
He
that
would've been-
motherfucker more of his guns.
would've
I
told
don't
him,
know,
"Get your
like,
punk ass out
but
of here."
still, yeah. I mean,
you got
just-
to go, little
just
shit.
however you run your house is up to you. I would never tell anybody to do that. I'm just saying, like, I don't see anything wrong with how Gentry handled it. Like, he kind of embarrassed him in the act, and then at the end, he kind of like put him in his place. Like, now you see why you don't do that shit at my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may have even went a step further and told him, well, let me be the bad guy. You're not allowed back over here.
Oh,
And
I
then
would
make
do
it a
more than
while.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, I don't have any kids, so I have no dog.
What are you
in
gonna
this
beat up
fight.
a freaking 16-year-old,
Of
bro?
course not.
Of
beat-
course
Jesus
you
Christ!
are.
Come on, man! Stop with
No,
that
you
macho
take him
shit. That's
out,
stupid.
you challenge him
No.
to a one-on-one basketball game, and then you beat him up. It was basketball. You just
No, I'm
rough him up
saying-
He
on the
might
back.
be Gentry though.
No, I'm taking the cake to the mama.
Gentry can shoot, but
All right, let's move on to
Yeah.
something
Yeah, the
else.
mama getting the cake.
it was fun though. You did all right though. Good,
Yeah.
good dadding.
Happy birthday to my daughter
birthday,
Faith.
Faith.
17 now, so I'm getting old.
Right, and you got to understand that too.
But as you get old, you got to take chances. And right now, I'm feeling like I want to do this wild adventure that Memphis has brought to the table.
Uh-oh.
What is this thing? It's the Red Bull competition where you
Oh,
create a
hell
glider.
yeah, man. It's
Floontog.
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 Floontog, yeah. So what amazing, and we got to do this shit. We got to do it, and you guys can't pussy out either. Where you just make shit and
You
you
ain't gonna
just
bully
jump.
nobody into doing nothing.
Yo, shit, motherfucker.
I need a better argument than that.
No, I'm gonna bully your ass this time.
Can't
and
happen.
And you make this, whatever you make, and you, as a team, you push it down, and then you jump off into the water. Obviously, you got on the little life jackets and shit like that, because I'm not the best swimmer, but I'm going out on a limb and gonna do this. So Ramo, your ass is doing it.
So they're-
Wrong.
They're showing it on.
Wrong.
yeah,
Wrong.
see, look at
wrong.
this. See, look at that. Look at that.
Right now, we're showing footage.
And I only see one motherfucker on there, so good for you. We'll help you build that motherfucker, and we'll throw you off the edge. How about that?
You know what? I take one for the
Well,
team.
so to
Sweet.
explain what it
All
is
right,
to
good.
people who can't see the video on the TV,
You're gonna.
you build a craft that is meant to fly. It's supposed to fly. It doesn't have to fly. And then basically they push you off a little drop that's
It's not
about
that
25 feet that goes into Tampa Bay, and everybody's around. They watch you, and they get mad creative with these crafts that they throw off. So basically, we would build one, dress up in character to go along with it, and go there and represent for Outcast Podcast.
Exactly. That's the whole point, Ramo.
let's-
And if you-
Your ass ain't
let's,
getting
Yeah,
uh,
out
that's a
of it.
much better argument than, oh, you gonna do it because I want to do it, motherfucker. Like,
Nah,
no,
you doing it,
no,
motherfucker. You doing
wrong.
that shit 'cause I
All
wanna
right,
Nope.
let's,
and
let-
nope.
I'm
but good argument.
interested to find out what you have to do to sign up and how much does it cost. And so let's bring up the Red Bull Flug Tag. Is that what they call it?
Floontog.
I'm sure it's not cheap.
Floontog.
Plus,
Floontog.
you guys got to think about it. Like, here's the other side of the argument. We're
What?
jumping into Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's the scariest
Yuck.
part. That's
Well,
the
you're not
scariest
gonna
part.
be in it long. Just work.
Man, enough to get some kind of brain-eating bacteria. I can't do it. Sorry.
Well, if anybody watching wants to sign up or you want to join us, we're considering
Talk to a
signing
girl.
up.
Come on.
We'll put the
Spelling.
link in the description of this
All right,
podcast
all
when
right.
it comes out. But it says here you have to apply by November the 9th, or that. Yeah, it says you have to apply within the next 121 days, 23 hours, 3 minutes, 47 seconds.
All right, Dick.
So you got 121 days to sign up. It says this is your chance to gloriously, is that how you say that word?
Gloriously.
Gloriously defy the laws of gravity in your own amazing man-powered flying machine.
Okay.
The following 4 steps will help you get cleared for takeoff. So
All
let's
right.
see. Step 1, you got to fill out the
I
application.
think Jordan could help us with this.
Yeah, he could.
He understands
with the
area
balance
aviation.
of making it so
Yeah,
that it
because we
will
want to get some good
stay-
wind on this, man. You got to represent.
Now, do you win anything if
You
your
can win,
if
yeah.
your thing goes
Let's
like
get
the
to that.
furthest?
Yeah, there's money
okay.
in it.
Okay.
It says here you have to send
That's
a
an argument.
sketch. You have step 2 is you create a sketch and you upload it. Your design has to be unique enough to earn a place at the event. So
I got people for
even though you apply, doesn't necessarily mean
You
you're
get
gonna
in.
you're gonna
That's
get
it.
into the event.
Well, we should just apply for the fun of it.
The
anyway.
next step is
have to
team.
design it.
It says team selection. The entries with the most amusing designs and the highest likelihood of flying will earn their space on the runway and receive the participation kit. If you get the kit, you're on to step 4. After you get the kit, they give you a Red Bull Flugtag pilot's license. And it's time to start taking your design from blueprint to reality. So here's how you sign up. Looks like you have to be at least 18. You have until September the 19th to apply.
Mhm.
But the event itself is in November, on November the 9th. So maybe we could draw something
Football
up.
season.
just
have-
after the election.
Have AI help
Terrible.
us draw something up. And it doesn't
Yeah.
say anything on here about like how much you win but Red Bull obviously is sponsoring it, and this is happening in the Tampa Bay area. But Memphis, I think that's
Yuck.
a pretty cool thing to bring to the table.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah,
though,
I'm not
really.
asking y'all to do Tough Mudder with me, which will be awesome, by the way.
The hell's
but-
that?
No,
it's something-
that we're not doing.
Yeah,
That's how you get the brain-eating amoeba.
What
that's
is it?
true. I've
What?
done it already. I did Tough Mudder back in
I can
2011.
tell you went to college in Tennessee.
You
I
do.
did
It's
here
a
in-
it's an
I did it-
obstacle course.
it's
you
all
run,
over the place.
but you go in the water a lot. You
And I
jump
did it
off
here
these
in
big
Florida.
things, climb up all kind of stuff. You get
Oh,
tased
it's like
by tasers and
Yeah, it's
stuff.
like
Is it kind of like a military training?
Yeah.
well, like the
boot
British
camp thing
Special
almost?
Forces had something to do with
Okay.
designing it.
Yeah, sure.
It's really cool. It was like
Sounds fun.
13 and a half miles.
might
and
try
they had
something
like
like that.
20 some obstacles.
No.
It's
Me
it's
either.
it's hard, dog. I ain't gonna that shit's hard.
Fucking well.
That shit's hard. I
yeah, I would
got
imagine.
through that shit. That shit was great though. So I
How'd your
have to do it
Achilles
again.
tendon do?
My Achilles was good. This is way beforehand. This is
Oh, it was
2011.
before. Okay.
Yeah, but
When the hell did you fucking know him?
it's been a year. But soon it's getting better. Because as soon as it get better, I'm signing up to do Tough Mudder in another
So why don't you
location.
come on and play some hoops before you do that?
Well,
See,
I
you know,
will.
Give it a little test.
Yeah, I will.
right,
Come out
sure,
there and
cool.
bust y'all ass, show you
Sure.
how to do it.
Hey, you know
no
that
problem.
we welcome that.
No problem.
Speaking of hoops,
We'll put TK on you.
speaking of hoops, let's move on to our
Fouled
next
to
topic.
death.
Yep.
This next topic was brought to us by one of our super fans and friend. That would be Joe Jones.
Joe Jones.
Joe Jones.
Who? Joe Jones. Who?
Shout out to Joe Jones. He texted me this, and he's like, I think this is an interesting topic to talk about. And I had known about this topic, but sometimes it gets brushed under the table. But now it's out in the forefront. I'm not sure what's
You
bringing
mean
it.
foreskin?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Ew,
Yeah.
gross.
But this is
Watch
about
that.
the mailman, Carl
mailman.
Malone,
Oh.
Mailing it
NBA
in.
legend Carl Malone.
What's going on with him? Didn't he retire like 100 years
while
ago?
ago.
Yeah, he did. It's been a minute.
He does not have an NBA championship because of Michael Jordan.
That's just
Twice.
one great player that
Yeah.
doesn't have one because of Michael.
Jordan.
Well,
Jordan.
John Stockton was on that team.
This
too.
is a story about him dropping packages.
He's one of the
off.
other ones.
Yeah, he was
different.
he was
Oh,
delivering
sorry.
something, but I'm
Oh,
not
really?
sure. It says here, the headline reads, NBA legend Karl Malone reportedly claims to have finally made peace with his former NFLer son. I didn't realize until Joe Jones brought this to my attention that his son played for the Buffalo Bills. I don't think he's on the team anymore. That's why it says former NFLer, his son, after he impregnated his 13-year-old mother as a 20-year-old.
Was
So-
he a bad boy here? Was he a bad boy
It
there?
sounds like he was a bad boy. The
Jeez.
mailman was delivering his goods to a 13-year-old mom. So we're talking about
no. Yeah, I knew
a
about that.
7-year age gap.
Maybe we
Wait,
should have
so-
called him Santa Claus.
Wait. Was she 13 when she had the baby? Oh, that means she was maybe 12?
I'm pretty sure that
Pretty
Pretty sure. Was she
That-
thick?
her name
No,
is
I'm kidding.
Gloria Bell.
I'm
and
kidding.
She
It's
had
gross.
the child when she was well, let's see here. Malone is now 60, had a son, and conceived with a 13-year-old Gloria Bell when he was 20. So yes, he impregnated a 13-year-old.
Who does he think he is, Jerry Lee
when
Lewis?
he was 20.
Was he a bad boy here? Was he a bad boy there?
Yeah, maybe.
Gosh. Was it out in Utah or was it his home state in Louisiana?
You don't hear a lot about this
You don't
at all.
at all.
And a lot of people get, they get in a lot of trouble for that.
Shit,
Oh, 100%
that's
they do.
terrible, Doc. Like I knew he had other
It
outside
pays to be
kids,
rich and famous.
because he had a daughter that played in WNBA too. I know she was really good at Louisiana Tech where he went to school.
That's true. I remember
Now-
that. Yeah, she was good. She was really
real
good.
Yep.
Now, in this case, it's illegal. Like, what he did is breaking the law. I mean, bad enough if you're 20 and you're hooking up with a 16-year-old. But I don't know if you guys had this. I remember at my high school, we had, I'm not going to say his name, but we had this guy that would show up at our high school. He was a man, like 23.
Matthew McConaughey.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And when I'm at this point 15 maybe, and I'm seeing him pull up and he's taking all the girls. He had a nice car and he was grown, full mustache. He was a man.
Did you bring a joint, man?
And I always thought he was like kind of cool. I was like, look at this guy, man. He's so cool. He shows up in his car and he takes all the girls.
Are you
Like,
sure this is a Dazed and Confused?
No, I know this guy too.
then
It's
as
a
you,
real
as you
story.
get older, you start
Yes.
thinking to yourself, you realize like, wait a minute, we were 15. This guy was like 23 and he's pulling up. Of course he's getting the girls. He's manipulating these young girls.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And but when you're young and naive and dumb, you're just like, oh wow, this guy. And it seems like the mailman was doing something very, very similar. It's just
He's a fucking creep.
That's gross.
That's why you're in win shit, punk.
and it's against the law to do these things.
He was in college then as well, right?
No,
Like,
he was a pro.
at 20.
Yeah, he was in the NBA.
I don't know. Back then, I think you had to go to college
You
for
had
3
at least
years.
3 years.
before
Okay,
you
so
got it.
maybe yeah. So
It might have
yeah.
been like his junior year, maybe his sophomore year of college.
Yeah, that's
But
yeah,
why
that's-
not get a sorority girl that's like your age?
He did.
He went
did
to like
both.
the Girl Scouts and found him a young lady.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's
despicable.
inexcusable, 100%.
Now, once this conversation was twirling around the studio earlier this week, the conversation of Bill Belichick came up. Now, we've all read the headline, I believe, at this point, that Bill Belichick is now dating a former cheerleader for the Patriots.
Okay.
She's like 24. He's 75.
Okay.
So the question I'll ask you, Ramo,
All right.
is what is a age gap for you when it comes to a relationship that's not only a sexual relationship, but you're going to impregnate this woman. So now you're going to have a bond forever in your life. What do you think? Is there a number in your mind, or are you okay if two people, consenting adults, want to have a child? You're okay with it?
It's exactly that. That depends on who it is making that decision. You know what I'm saying? Like in the instance of Bill Belichick, he's doing it with a
24-year-old.
24-year-old, but she obviously knows what she's doing, where she's going, what she wants to be in life. She's obviously, has things that she's been working on, and I don't think.
Oh, be
Well,
using
what's she
that
working
crop
on?
preserver, boy.
Yeah,
What
she's been
exactly
working
is she
on,
working
alright.
on?
She's obviously working
tell.
on her future. Now, here's the
You
thing.
think?
Here's the thing. All right. Okay. Whatever.
It's a
Hey,
50-year
be
age
it,
gap.
Be it as it may, if Bill Belichick, she's not breaking up a happy home or nothing like that, and Bill Belichick wants to spend the rest of his life banging some hot young chick, and she's okay with that, who the fuck am I to judge for
She
that?
gotta suck them old ass balls.
That's her
dog.
fucking problem, not mine. I don't
That's
give a shit. It's none
terrible.
of my business. So what?
Yuck.
I think that's fine. Now, when a 20-year-old is fucking a 13-year-old, that's disgusting. You're manipulating and your ass should go to jail. There's a fucking difference between the two.
Your point is
Well,
like,
24
fuck,
is
dude,
well
what are you
away
talking
from
about?
13 for
Yeah,
sure.
it is.
Uh,
But I get what you're saying.
Well, 20 to
can-
13 is 7 years,
That's
and 72 to 24, we're talking closer to 50.
But I
It's
think, listen,
different.
but the thing I think that
Yeah.
matters the most is that the person has matured enough to make
Yes,
decisions on their
absolutely.
own. And when you're
100%.
going after a
Yep.
13-year-old, you were
That-
preying on someone whose mind is not matured enough
Bingo.
to deal with that type of.
Yeah,
Holy
that's-
shit.
That's
Shit.
Some
Who are
bullshit.
you and what the fuck you do with Tomcat?
Yeah.
That was extremely insightful and genius.
Well,
yes.
it's important.
What about you, Tomcat? When you see a 72-year-old with a 24-year-old, no problem for you?
It's like Hugh Hefner.
It's To each his own.
Yeah, I think more power to him. Like awesome.
go.
Like,
That's what I said.
it's awesome. Usually it
It's
has to do with money, usually.
And that's
But
fine because they're getting what they
Usually,
want.
pretty much
Yes,
all
I
the
think
time.
awesome is the correct word for it.
What the fuck?
If you're 70 something and you can garner a 24-year-old,
If you can still get it up at 70 and
Hell
be,
yeah.
be functional with it, then hey, you know what by all means, because
Salute, motherfucker.
because
Like,
there are a lot of
congratulations.
old ass women who sleep with these young ass guys. Let's not leave that out too, because that shit happens.
So
Why even bring it up?
but I will. Let's
You
go.
got issues. Yeah, I'm
Let's-
glad you talked to a therapist.
Let's go here.
It's true.
Let's
You
go.
act like it ain't true.
Let's go here. What is the youngest age though for a person that age? So 70, 24 I think is okay, but if you go down a little bit, it gets a little gross. 21 might
for
be.
you,
21's a little gross.
This was asked to me, Tomcat. We're pretty close in the same age. I'll ask you, Tomcat. You're 46, right?
Yes.
What if you? And I know that you have a lady now, and you're not on the market. But if you were, hypothetically, what would be an age in your own mind where you'd say, if you found out this girl was this old, you might say to yourself, "Well, she's a little young for me." What's the number for you at,
That's a better
at
question.
46?
That's a better question.
Probably like 35 or
35. If she tells
35.
you she's 33, you're like, "Well,
Well, I mean, around that area. But I personally wouldn't want to try to go around younger women. I wouldn't say that, that couldn't happen if you didn't fall in love. You just kind of go with it if you fall in love.
There you
But
go.
I would imagine that, you'd want to stay more around your age group because you'd have more in common.
What about you, Memphis?
think-
You're
you'd think-
45, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What is the number for you? Again, this is a hypothetical. You have a beautiful wife.
Thank you, sir.
But what hypothetically?
Nice save.
Hypothetically, if she tells
yes,
you
please
I'm this
say
old,
hypothetically, sir.
if
Get me out of trouble
hypothetically she tells you blank, I'm this old, and then what's the cutoff to where you raise your eyebrows and say, I'm not sure if this one's for me?
8, 9. No.
Fuck you.
If there's grass on the field, play ball.
Yeah.
Now 225, so I have a 50.
So what's the number? What's your number?
He likes them older.
Yeah, actually,
Tell me your number.
roughly like maybe a few years younger than me, maybe 10 years older than me. I don't like young girls do nothing for me because they're mentally like they're just not there where I would need them, and plus they haven't if they haven't done any like inner work for themselves, like they don't know peace. You cannot interrupt mine. Like I want to allow you in my space, and most times older women do that too. But it's easy to really.
Well, what's
get
the
rid
number?
Of them.
What's the number? Tell me
I'd
the
say
number.
about 38.
38
about
is the
38,
youngest.
yeah.
Anything
Yeah, about
younger than
38.
that would just throw you off.
Nah, like come holler at me in a year. Or is your birthday tomorrow? You know.
That's retarded.
Now-
Yeah, that would, dude. If
I'm making
you,
a joke, man. What the
okay,
hell are
I'm
you
just
talking
saying.
about?
I'm
look
more
at
in
you.
line with what Tomcat says. Like, I kind of agree with that. Like, yeah, you have a certain ideal or standard that you would like to believe you would go, but if you find a certain person that you guys click for whatever reason, I don't think nobody's going to tell you different.
Now, Ramo has been known to rock the cradle. So,
Yeah.
Ramo,
Boom.
why don't you tell us what your number is? How old are you?
I don't have a
Ramo?
number.
But how old are you?
I'm not going to say that on the air.
107.
You don't want to say how
I'm
old you are?
335.
I believe-
I'm an Anunnaki.
I
A
think
wild old
my
tortoise.
guess is
Yeah, he is.
my guess is Ramo's 51, 52, something like that.
All right.
Sounds good.
Terrible
So
guess.
let's just say that you're that old.
All right.
What would be the youngest, hypothetically, again, because you have a beautiful wife as well, and I believe she's younger than you.
Way younger.
Wow. Okay.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Proudly, too. Look,
Hell yeah.
Way younger.
Yeah.
Look what
Yeah.
I did.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, dude. Look, like I said,
And you traded in for a younger model, if I'm not mistaken.
it wasn't like that, but
Yeah.
I was married before. Yeah. I
you
was
hear
married
that?
before.
Yeah.
Here's
That's
the
what
thing.
they all say.
You got that new car smell.
That new peanut smell.
Oh,
You guys are disgusting. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
What's-
way to make this shit gross.
What's-
Have we
Oh,
kicked off
God.
of Facebook yet?
No, we got a little ways to go, so I think we still got plenty of room.
What's
to give
the
you
number
shit.
for you? Please tell me.
Honestly, there really isn't one.
How dare you?
Really?
I mean, outside of being of legal age, obviously
She's got to be
accomplished.
6'17".
Accomplished.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
Nothing
because
like
there are
that.
certain
It definitely
states,
wouldn't be
including
nothing like
that mouth
that.
breather state where 13 is
All right.
actually legal.
Nothing like that. You know what I mean? With fucking
you
common
said.
sense people. It would obviously be probably over 21 because I don't associate
Most
with
likely.
people younger
He's
than
pretty
that.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't necessarily put a number. Obviously, I'm not gonna do no crazy shit like that's stupid. But I'm not gonna limit what love or life has to offer me. Because like if I'm
you are spinning a little tail here.
no, if I'm
I'm
70,
not gonna limit what love or life has to offer me.
if I'm 70 and
Hey,
rich
she's-
and my wife is dead, I'm a widow, and I
I'm on
run
Epstein
into
Island. I mean, I'm not gonna limit myself.
28-year-old chick
Raymond
that wants to
create new
freaking bang
theories
me,
and shit.
I'm gonna say
He
no.
got shit coming
None
out
of you
his
guys
head,
would.
like,
Shut
not
up.
knowing what the hell he talking about, question marks and shit.
You guys are dead.
All right, let's move on again.
Thank you.
I don't know. This is
You're
good.
idiots.
Yeah, man, that was really good, man. Let's not abandon that.
All right, the next story we're going to. I was watching 60 Minutes over the weekend. I watched 60 Minutes. I kind of like
Nice.
that show. It's
It's very good.
some good journalism.
You
on
had
that
an hour
show.
to spare.
Yes, I had 60 Minutes.
He
Although
obviously got some,
I think I may have watched it on demand, so I was able to fast forward. So I probably
that's-
watched
that's-
60 Minutes and 45.
DVR.
But this story really blew me away. It also enlightened me. I thought it was interesting. There's this home building company out of Austin, Texas. They're called Icon Builders, and we're going to put some video up for you YouTube watchers, Facebook visitors, and our Twitch channel. For those of you listening on Spotify, we recommend you also check us out on YouTube so you can see the videos.
And Ramo slumping down
And
in his chair.
You can see Ramo,
Playing with his feet.
Pizza the Hut.
You guys are dicks.
Let's go to the foot. We have some
Hey,
footage.
did you guys read my shirt today? By any chance? Yeah.
Very apropos.
Take a good look there.
All glitter and everything.
Hey, there goes your fucking pizza right there.
Oh, sausage lovers.
Yeah, I got your sausage right down here.
His
It's
shirt-
it's
his
tube size.
There ain't no Canadian bacon, huh?
Hell no.
All right, let's
Not in this pants.
Let's get back to the 60 Minute story.
What
Thank
were we
you.
talking about?
Hence why I got a wife 10 years younger than me.
So I
fuck yeah.
want to roll some of this video. This is actually
You
a
wish.
printer, a 3D printer that is printing houses. Check
Whoa.
this out. Roll the video.
Whoa.
This
Why
is
do we need
this is a
a
house.
big shift like that?
It's
'Cause
killed.
right now, it is too expensive.
What the hell's
It
wrong
falls
with
They
it?
over in a
3D printed
hurricane,
that hat.
It burns up in a fire. It gets eaten
Yeah, I
by
like
the
that hat.
flames.
Leave 'em
The way
alone.
you try to
pretty
make it
big.
affordable is you trim quality on materials, you trim quality on labor. The result is these cookie cutter developments. And this is not the world. We are not succeeding. It's something we have to get right. On top of that, it's an ecological disaster. And I would certainly say it is existentially urgent that we shelter ourselves without ruining the planet we have to live on. Fire resistant, flood resistant.
Wow, that is a big
Alan
machine.
showed us a
Oh, look at
sample
that.
of
Looks
a
like
3D
Ramo
printed
after Taco Bell.
Thank you.
Yeah, so they're
seen
building
it
these
before.
homes. You see these printers are printing these houses. They bring it in. They do the concrete structure with the printer.
Wow.
they-
So that's one
Very
actually.
cool.
And
Okay.
the other cool thing that I thought was interesting that they're doing is they're building these not only for people that have money, but also trying to help the homeless because there's a big population of homeless there in Austin. And so they built a little community of these small little spots for the homeless. And so I think they built maybe 50 of them and they plan on building more. And now they are planning to change the way that we build homes.
I like it.
Very nice.
I like it. The wife and I were out at dinner the other night, and it was on in the restaurant, but they didn't have the sound on, so we couldn't really check it out. But she's in the building industry, so we was looking at each other. And I'm looking at her like, "What you think of that? You know, what's on your mind?" And she was like, "Well, I got questions and shit." And I'm like, I'm sure you do." I like it because that's really, really dope. I don't like it because it shouldn't have gotten this far for somebody like that to have to do it.
Well, we haven't really had the
What do you mean?
technology.
Well, I mean,
The technology is finally here to where these machines can store enough of the information and can perform to build an entire.
oh no,
Now we're talking about-
I'm saying like we have material enough to just build a house or area for people that don't have it, and not charge them a stupid amount of money to do it. This is going to be probably cost effective and help a whole lot of people. Speaking of which, keep Austin weird because that is really awesome that they doing it out there. Yeah, man. I mean, that's dope. I like that he's doing that, but it sucks that he has to do that. But it's good. I'm glad it's being done.
Well, I think he's also doing it for marketing reasons.
Oh, of
as
course,
well.
absolutely.
This company Icon, they are even working with NASA. They're going to create these places on the moon. They're talking about creating structures on the moon using these machines. It was really interesting. It was on this past weekend's 60 Minutes, and the fact that they can just put something into a program and then have this printer show up, and they have a special concrete that they use that the machine mixes up, and then it just spits it out. You saw the video. It's pretty remarkable. The only thing I'm concerned with, and I don't know about you, Tomcat, but the American worker, you think of how many people pay their bills being a home builder. This could affect the economy and affect people that are out there with a hammer and nail that are used to the traditional ways of building houses.
Sure, I'm looking it up, and it is interesting that they use that high strength concrete, and that's what they're spreading out there, and it's like 3,000 psi, and also it only costs $500 to buy one of these houses.
Wow.
$500.
Well, I don't know if that's true. I would check my sources there.
That
might be the cost. How much the concrete costs, maybe, and that
to build it all.
Well,
even that sounds pretty far fetched.
I'm just looking online here. It says how much it does an Icon 3D printed house cost. It says as of now, the houses are projected to cost between $475,000.
Yeah, I was going to
say, and $559,000.
I was going to say, if you can get a $500 house, sign me up. I'll buy them all. I want to buy every one.
You
of them.
forgot the K.
So the houses are still $500,000. A regular house is $500,000.
Well,
They are.
They're building some nicer homes for people with a little bit more scratch.
I guess my question is just how are you helping the homeless building $500,000 houses?
They're not building the $500,000 houses for the homeless.
I see.
They built very small structures. Maybe back in the truck, if they can find some of the footage, there is a homeless guy in his house. Well, now he's not homeless, but on the 60 Minutes special, they showed a bunch of these small homes, like little studio spots.
Okay.
One little bathroom, one bedroom. And I think he's doing that for marketing. Like here you see some smaller structures. These are the ones that they're building. And I think it's brilliant by Icon and the people involved with their marketing, because what better way to get your product marketed by building some of these spec homes and helping the homeless. It's like you're doing something good, plus you're going to get all of this marketing.
I wonder how effective something like this against
Hurricane?
A windstorm, shit like that. Yeah,
Well,
because that would be huge.
He claims that they're fire retardant. They are also
we don't use that word.
Strong against the hurricanes. He mentioned how they have less waste. When you go to build a house, a lot of the extra drywall, a lot of the extra plywood and things that get cut, when you're on a construction site, they always have a big dumpster and they're filling it up with all the scraps, and the waste. He's claiming that when they show up, it's the exact amount that they need for the structure. At this point, humans are still building the trusses, the wooden trusses and the roofs.
Right.
But this is the foundation and the structure of the house.
Structure.
And
making it one whole piece might even make it stronger.
It's true. I did see a report recently, I don't know how true it is, that they replaced like thousands of workers at Amazon with robots in their factories, and the people were crying. So we are moving to a place where even things like trades, like building houses that people thought were jobs would never go away, those are even in danger of the way that technology is changing things.
And AI, let's not forget about what AI does. I told you I don't like it.
AI working in connection with all this other technology, such as 3D printing technology, which is wild. Who'd have thought you would be able to 3D print a house when they first started 3D printing like little plastic things?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw a 3D printer, I was at your alma mater, Tomcat.
Okay, Full Sail.
I was at Full Sail University.
Shout out.
And they had some 3D printers there, and they were just printing like little toys and little gadgets.
Exactly.
And they printed off a screwdriver while they had some samples, and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And this was in 2016 probably. And now here we are 8 years later, and they're printing houses. So
concrete, like
amazing.
crazy. They've scaled it up.
Check it out, Icon Home Builders, and the 60-minute piece is worth going back and watching. It's available on the internet.
It's cool.
We are the Outcast podcast, and we're being brought to you by BetterHelp. I know the summertime can sometimes be a stressful time. It gets hot, and you got a lot of stuff going on. The kids are home from school. Maybe you're stressed out. You need somebody to talk to. You can save money on your therapy, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Just go to betterhelp.com/outcast and save 10% on your first month's therapy. They're a proud sponsor here of the Outcast podcast. One guy that maybe could use some therapy, maybe because people are coming at him. And I'm going to let Memphis explain exactly what's going on, but I saw Stephen A. Smith being attacked for something that he said about the BET Awards and O.J. Simpson. What exactly happened, and why is Stephen A. Smith catching heat?
So the BET Awards were just like last week or something like that. I didn't watch it because I haven't watched them in a while because they gotten terrible. But so
Are you Mars? You said terrible.
well, I'm just being honest. It hasn't been good. So but every year, just like in most award shows, they do like a memorandum. excuse me, on people who passed away. So BET put O.J. Simpson in the memorandum, which
Memorial.
memoriam. Thank you, TK.
No problem.
Which is, I don't have no problem with it. Whatever. So Stephen A. Smith jumped off the porch and was like, shame on, BET for bringing up OJ.
We
blah,
actually
blah, blah,
have the
and
clip.
everything.
Let's
go
play
ahead.
the clip. We have the clip of what Stephen A. Smith said, if we could roll that from the truck.
I encourage you to go back and see it because I'm pretty pissed off about it. Did y'all see the in memoriam segment paying tribute to quote black excellence in terms of that we unfortunately lost this year, the individuals that we lost? The tribute included nods to luminaries like Clarence Avant, Willie Mays, Lou Gossett Jr., Dexter Scott King, just to name a few, okay? However, there was a notable silence from the crowd when the image of O.J. Simpson appeared on the big screen. You may recall O.J. Simpson died this past April after a battle with cancer. Yes, he is known for being a Hall of Famer on the football field, out of USC and ultimately with the Buffalo Bills in his NFL career, but he was also accused of double murder. His ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and Ronald Goldman, back in 1994, the 30-year anniversary was just the other day, last month, June 12th to be exact. O.J. was acquitted of those charges in 1995, but later found liable for their deaths a few years later in a civil trial. And the families of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman obviously criticized the BET Awards for paying tribute to Simpson. As well they should. I don't blame them one bit. And I'm going to say this to y'all. What's up?
What's up?
What's up? See, Jesse Collins Production Company, same man that produced the Super Bowl halftime show. Phenomenal producer. Produced the BET Awards. Okay? Constance Orlando, an executive VP, no doubt she was involved as an executive VP for BET. Scott Mills, he runs BET as well, has been doing an exceptional job. I'm not here to cast any aspersions on them as individuals and the wonderful
What are you
work
gonna cast,
that they've
Stephen A?
done over the years. Let me be very, very clear. It's not for me
Make
to
it clear.
judge.
It was a good word usage.
Their body
Also,
of
you were right
work
about
speaks
memoriam
for
because
itself.
it says it right there, memoriam.
I'm just talking about this one thing.
Please.
And, you got Tia Mowry up there. She's giving an introduction, paying tribute to all of this. And then OJ's face pops up on the screen, and you could hear the audience aghast. Clearly, everyone didn't approve of that. Clearly, most people were shocked by that, and they should be. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to call it like we see it. In the eyes of most people, regardless of an acquittal, O.J. Simpson is a double murderer.
There we go. That's enough, I think, of hearing it. But this, by him saying this has upset a lot of people, right, Memphis?
He played himself because he fucking played himself, and it was like, oh wow, it's about time they about to get him. So the big homies, right? The big homies. Shout out to Willie D Live, Willie D from the Ghetto Boys, and Faison Love, who played Big Worm from Friday, right?
I met him before. He's awesome.
But so the big homie Willie D went in on Stephen A. Smith and kept it 100. that Stephen A., regardless of how you personally feel, dog, that's what they feel like was right to do, and so they did it. I mean, yeah, OJ was acquitted. Hey, he got the right team. He got off, whatever. I mean, it's always going to be a thing. But you keep your personal feelings out, and then you don't speak for everybody. You don't speak for black folks when you're like, well, this is how we got to be said. This is how we look, blah, blah, blah. Bro, you don't speak for me. You don't speak for my folk. You know what I'm saying? We feel how we personally feel about it. Speak for yourself. You know, and then he don't have a problem when it's one of us that do something crazy, but he don't have that same energy for when white folks do something crazy. Like when Jerry Jones was in that photo back in the day when he was like 13, 14 years old and the black kids were trying to get to school and he was out there and Stephen A. Smith didn't say nothing. He's like, oh, Jerry Jones is my friend. So yeah, you gonna catch it, partner. So that's what you get when you go against the vote.
I saw where he was being attacked on the internet.
As he should. You go out there, you show out.
But he also gets paid to make opinions, and that's his opinion.
But that was on his own personal. It wasn't like he went on ESPN. He was on his own platform. So he's doing his own things. That was on his own thing. So he getting his ass whooped.
I would imagine ESPN probably wouldn't allow something.
Yeah, he
like
wouldn't.
That,
he couldn't say that on
their
air.
behalf.
No, he couldn't say that on the air.
Well, he represents ESPN, so I feel like even if he says it on his own platform.
When I think of Stephen A. Smith, I think ESPN. So I agree.
What are your thoughts,
statement.
Ramo, on the BET Awards honoring OJ? You don't have a problem with it?
I don't have any comment or nothing. I didn't watch it. I didn't see it. I didn't even know about what was going on until we started discussing here. So I'm going to sit this one out. I feel exactly. It's not my place to say anything in this. I think everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and you can feel and say whatever you want, but you got to expect to see what comes after what you say. You don't just say whatever you want and expect nobody's gonna check you if they feel some type of way, and that's just what's going on.
What about you, Tomcat? Do you think it was disrespectful to put around some other people they were honoring, and then they put OJ in there? And some people have a bad taste in their mouth about OJ Simpson, and some people really believe he murdered his ex-wife and that other buddy of hers that was over there, but was acquitted. What do you think, Tomcat?
I'm reading where Willie D said, I'll beat you up over it. And he also called Stephen A. Smith a monkey, which is messed up too. But my opinion is that the crowd reaction kind of says it all. I mean, it's like one of these things is not like the others. It just doesn't go right. Like culturally, you're lifting people up to show their what they've done is great. And then you put OJ up there, who culturally, what he did is not great. If you look at the double homicide, even if you think he didn't do it, look at how he went after his sports memorabilia like a gangster and all that stuff. He did get in trouble for that, and he spent a bunch of time in prison. So it's like, the crowd reaction was honest. And Stephen A. Smith's opinion, while not popular in some circles, I would think is pretty honest as well. It's like he just didn't fit with the other people.
What do you think, Memphis, as far as not what Stephen A. Smith said, but just the fact that OJ was a part of that? You think he belongs? He belongs in being mentioned.
I mean, he's a black man that achieved a lot despite everything else that went on in his life. Because, this is the problem with white folks. White people are quick to call shit out, but don't call out everything, because there are plenty of white folks who've done crazy shit, who've done amazing things, but also done some wicked shit at the same time, or been acquitted. Whatever the case may be. I don't have a problem with that. He a black man that achieved a lot of stuff. That man rushed for 2,000 yards, like 7 other people did that.
Now, would we have a problem if we get to the Oscars and Harvey Weinstein dies, and then they flash, rest in peace, Harvey Weinstein. He meant a lot to the movie business. Do we have a problem?
Only if they release Dogma.
But yes, we do have a problem, and we would.
I wouldn't. I honestly, I have to keep that same energy. No, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because despite how despicable of a person that he is, or he was, is he still living?
He's still alive.
He's still okay.
He's
so
in-
he
yeah, he's
is.
in
So
jail.
he's not.
jail.
I thought he died. I'm sorry.
Not yet.
Sorry.
Not yet.
Sorry.
He's close. So
But-
it's about the time they do a memorandum about it.
He's been responsible for a lot of great films and a lot of actor and actresses' careers.
Your
But he's
point
also a
is,
piece
like,
of shit.
Fuck, dude. What are you
So
talking
I mean,
about?
if he passed, he croak. Okay, by we give you your flowers for what you did for the industry, but not for all the bullshit that you did.
Now,
What
Snoop,
the
do you
fuck?
do you know that
You know the
Snoop
fuck I
Dogg
said.
Snoop Dogg is acquitted for murder?
Yeah,
And,
I know that.
We celebrate him all the
Hell
time.
yeah.
Well, a
I
lot
mean-
of people do bitch about that they say he gets a little bit too much airtime as far as like commercials and stuff go. And I like Snoop Dogg. I love Snoop
fuck
Dogg.
them.
But they do say if you're like, he just is not a good role model, a lot of people say,
whatever.
because of that. And as far as him he's in the Olympics. He's like, right, that was kind of weird. He's like at the Olympics. So they're cutting away to track and
It
field.
looked like he was
and
pretty
then
fast.
And then
And
they
this-
cut away to Snoop Dogg, and he's like there at the Olympics, is like talking all kind of crazy stuff. It was weird. I was
He's a
watching.
national treasure, that Snoop Dogg.
Well, I mean,
He is, but
these
again,
people-
not the best role model. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, people, man, whoever saying that shit, fuck them, because those are the same people talking shit about Snoop that will go out and buy Martha Stewart products. See,
Well,
let's talk about that.
It's like
And-
but
and-
Martha
Aren't they best
Stewart.
friends?
Martha Stewart
Yes.
has been to prison, but she isn't like, Snoop
you-
talks about more like killing people and
shit,
stuff,
knock it off,
which
TK.
I think makes it a little
And
bit
so
more.
it's okay
You wouldn't
that-
want him pushing your peanut butter product.
Man, please, knock it off.
That's all I'm saying.
The Tim, the
He has his
two-man
own
Taylor,
cereal.
that
He does.
motherfucker got arrested.
He has his own product, so
That
he doesn't
motherfucker
need
got
to do
arrested.
it.
Remember the show Home Improvement? The head guy?
Tim Allen.
Tim
Tim
Allen.
Allen.
He's
Before.
Buzz the Lightyear. He's
That
Buzz Lightyear too.
motherfucker,
Yes.
he's been in all kind of shit, but people don't know that he did time for
was
smuggling
a small
cocaine.
amount. It was a
It
But
small
when was the
small.
last time you
It
saw
wasn't
Tim
that small.
Allen on a commercial or
It
anything?
don't matter. He doing shit
Never
with kids,
did.
ain't he? And he
Because
voicing
he's
shit.
got enough cocaine money now.
Yeah, like come on now, like, don't know. You got to call it how it is.
That's what I'm doing.
I don't judge.
Yeah, so
That's
look,
what
if
I'm doing
you-
here.
I did
I don't
it
have no
too.
problem with they put his old goofy ass up there. Put his face up there and get his ass out the way. That's how it was with OJ, regardless of how you like it or not.
I
All right,
thought
man,
that's where
you don't get it.
OJ was the one we were talking about.
I feel like on the O.J. Simpson situation, I think it's fine that they honored him because it's the BET Awards, and he was a guy that was on television. I mean, for
Yes.
black people, he was one of the first black guys that you saw on TV
The
as,
big
as
screen.
an analyst. He was an
The
analyst
Naked
for
Gun series
Man,
alone.
Monday Night Football?
No, before that, because see, in my community, we know him from the Hertz commercials.
Right.
See, y'all don't know that.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
how.
we
in our-
remember those commercials.
Well, you should know
Well,
that, but you
a little
should
bit.
know it if you
I
pay
remember
attention.
him.
But yeah, OJ
he
and the
would
Hertz
be
commercials.
jumping over all the luggage
Hell
and
yeah.
trying to get to his flight.
Everybody love that commercial. Oh, daughter OJ commercial on.
And he was also a part of the Monday Night Football broadcast,
right.
and he was on television a lot. He was like in the late '70s, and in his playing career in Buffalo, he was one of the biggest stars in the world.
If he had been found guilty of murder, would he be up there? Or is it just because he was found not guilty that it's like is that why?
I think he just had such an impact on the culture. That
So is
they
there
decided-
anything-
I wouldn't.
any
I'm not-
crime that you could
let's-
commit that
let's
they
not-
wouldn't-
Let's not do that.
you wouldn't
No.
go up there?
No, that don't matter. It's the folks at BT decided to do what they did for whatever reasons that they did, and that's why it was done.
Hey, would
Stephen
they-
A. Smith seemed to
Nah,
think it was a
well,
miss.
but nobody cares about what Stephen A.
Right.
Smith
Well,
Well,
said.
they
everybody has
obviously
a opinion.
care because
I
now
mean,
they're
no,
mad at him.
No,
so they do care.
People care more to like why they dogging his ass for always saying something stupid. Stephen A. Smith always got some. When it comes to us, he always got smoke. But when somebody white do something, and this happens all the time, Stephen A. Smith is quiet because he getting a big ass check. They'll tell his ass or expect him to let some. We cool with some athletes that we personally know that whatnot. But let's say someone like that person or these people do something foolish, and Stephen A. Smith got to go out here and talk shit about him. But someone just as famous as someone that we all know do the exact same thing. Stephen A. Smith is quiet. These are not debatable facts. This is shit. This shit happens. So this is why he catching heat. You know, he up here Uncle Tommy right now. That's what he Uncle Tommy right now. I'm not gonna say the other word because we'll get banned.
That's what my cousins call me.
He Uncle Tommy. So fuck
Uncle
Stephen A.
Tommy.
Smith. Only thing Stephen A. Smith is he think he cool because he got an expanded vocabulary. Motherfucker, so a lot of us do too if we read.
He's
You know
got
what I
an
mean?
expanded hairline as well.
And he got a
Big time.
5 head.
Like
man.
Jiminy
Get the fuck
Cricket.
He got
back
an
here.
A head. What the hell are you talking about?
Like, got a Mr. Spacely cut going on.
It's your turn.
It's now time to get to the news. News being brought to you by Liquid IV. Stay hydrated this summer
Do
with
it.
the nutrients and everything you need, 3 times the hydration
Thanks for the idea.
of any of your normal sports drinks with Liquid IV. They got all the flavors, the sugar-free as well, which I know Memphis is a fan of that white peach.
Yes, sir. All day, every day.
What's your favorite flavor, Ramo? Do you have a favorite?
I do. It's the sugar-free. Isn't it the lemon lime, right?
Lemon lime sugar-free,
Yes.
yes.
You don't want to be drinking all the lemon limes.
I
up,
do.
see.
I do.
Tomcat, what's your
I
favorite
do.
flavor, Liquid IV?
I'm gonna go with the white peach.
It's pretty good. White
Good
peach is
one.
good.
It is
Yes.
good.
I like the strawberry. This is really good. They got all the flavors. You can get it by going to liquidiv.com, and then when you check out, use our code Outcast and save 20%.
Do
Tomcat, it's now time for the not so good news. What's shaking, my man?
Thank you, Gentry. July 10th, that's today, 2024. Actress Sofia Vergara turns
Okay.
51 years old.
She's hot.
Also, singer Jessica Simpson turns 43 years old.
She's hot.
She's hot.
She used to be.
Nikola
Still
Tesla,
She still is.
not too hot. He died back January 7th, 1943.
Who?
How old would he be? 86 years old he was when he died. Nikola Tesla. On this day, back in 1965, British rock band The Rolling Stones topped the U.S. charts for the first time with the single. Can you guess what first single it was?
Start me up.
Nope.
No, it was Start Me Up.
Get no satisfaction?
Yeah,
Yes,
Satisfaction.
I can't get no satisfaction.
That's it.
Good
Yeah.
job. 1962, Telstar won the first communication satellite to transmit live television signals and telephone conversations across the Atlantic Ocean was launched on this day back in 1962, ushering in a new age in electronic communications.
Boom.
It has exploded. Also in 1962, Swedish engineer Niels Bolin was issued a U.S. patent for 3-point seatbelt for cars, a major safety innovation. So the
Nice.
seatbelt was invented on this day, or the patent for the seatbelt. Back
Invented.
then, people would just go through the windshield and stop when they hit the ground.
Yeah,
They
pretty
would.
much.
It is National Kitten Day, National Pina
Hi,
Colada
Roxy.
Day.
Wow.
Okay. It is also National Bahamas Independence Day, as it marks the day that the Bahamas gained its independence, July 10th, 1973.
Right.
My first news, breaking news. A manhunt is underway in London for a suspected crossbow killer.
Holy
That's right.
shit.
A man is underway in North London where a man is suspected of being armed with a crossbow after 3 women were killed Tuesday evening.
Damn.
Police say they were
Good
searching
Lord.
for 26-year-old man. Name is Kyle Clifford in connection with the deaths.
Fucking Kyle.
That's right. He
Karens and
This
Kyles.
happened in a North London neighborhood of Hertfordshire. Police were called to the house in Bushey, Hertfordshire on Tuesday evening where they found 3 women seriously injured. All of them, who were believed to be related, later died from their injuries, according to police.
Oh, what a
Damn.
dick.
Their ages 25, 28, and 61, and were killed with what is believed to have been a crossbow.
Wow. I wonder how many holes he punched in the drywall when he was a teenager.
How long did it take him to reload?
red
They should have
flag.
ran away.
I know, right?
All right, my next one's got a video with it. There's a crazy video of Danny Trejo is responding after a 4th of July parade
Machete.
brawl. He's saying,
What?
I hate bullies. The machete star is seen here getting out of his car and laying down the law after somebody apparently threw a water balloon at him. And he goes right over here to the guy who is on the side and lays one right on his kisser here. Now here goes Danny Trejo off to the left. You see him marching over there.
You don't fuck around.
And he goes straight up to this guy here. Bam!
Boom.
He's apparently a left-hander, but now he gets knocked on his butt.
Oh,
He does.
shit.
But then you see the other cholos are coming to help
Uh-oh.
out. He's,
Boom. Somebody else
dang,
got knocked the
that was
fuck out.
Ramo's cousin there.
Cholo.
For sure.
Wrong
I
brown.
guess he
Wrong
thought he
brown.
was really living out that
You
badass.
racist.
A major
Railroad.
melee happened.
That's
Machete.
crazy.
So,
Yep,
so
yep.
did Trejo, did they file any charges or anything happen with the law?
Danny Trejo was not arrested for that.
Well, it was just a little
Nope.
scuffle.
Was he a bad boy here? Was he a
Machete.
bad boy there?
Those are some really good films, by the way. He said he had sex with Lindsay Lohan and her mom in that movie.
Yep. All right,
That
next
happened.
up. This is a crazy video of mega DJ Hardwell. Anybody know Hardwell?
I do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He cut
That
his set
guy.
short
I saw that
and
video.
he bashed what he called the worst festival ever, which is Saga Festival.
Yeah.
And the organizers are responding. They're mad.
Jason Hype was
We
there.
got the video here. This is him. This is the end of his set.
Jason Hype was there.
Yeah, I bet he didn't quit.
He didn't.
James Hype.
James Hype, that's him.
Get ready. He's about to quit. He's about to get real mad right here and then quit.
Throws his headphones. What's the problem? Oh, he's trying to hit his next song and it's just not working. It's not working.
Now he gets pissed.
I'm done.
Boom. Now watch this. He comes out on the stage with the mic and gives it to them. It would have been bad enough if he'd have just left right there.
Oh, there he's still there. He's
But
still
here
up there.
he comes. He's getting the mic and he's coming out. Hardwell. Here he comes. Oh, he goes back up there.
Everybody's
Then he goes
scrambling.
back up. He was like, let me go back up here.
He went to get the promoter.
If I, they should have cut the mic on him.
Give me 1 fucking second.
1 fucking second.
I traveled all the way from fucking Holland to perform for you guys.
He's here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's what,
What are
I'm
you
saying.
saying?
Let me be really honest. Let me be really honest. This fucking festival didn't pay me any fucking money to be here tonight.
Oh, that's your fault.
Yeah, pretty much boo-hoo you, motherfucker.
Why didn't you get paid?
Look at this guy tries to physically pull him off. Watch. He's pulling him.
Give him the hook.
For you guys. I'm gonna perform for you guys.
Then take your punk ass back up there.
Everything is letting me down. I can't perform. It's impossible for me to
Can't perform.
The whole fucking DJ booth is shit. Fucking shit.
Fuck the
He
booth.
said the DJ booth
the
is shit.
Fuck the booth.
I've been to
guy.
a couple of those clubs.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I know.
lost his shit, it looks like.
I never
he
did
left.
that, though.
All right, the next.
Pussy.
Bitch.
My next story is about the body of an American climber that had been buried in an avalanche for 22 years, and they found his body after 22 years in Peru. 28 years ago, an avalanche buried American climber Bill Stampfy, and they found. If you go up there and go up a little bit higher, click on warning graphic photo down there, the red.
Thanks for global warming.
Yeah, these are the remains of this guy. You can
That's
see
him?
it. Click to the right a little bit. There's another one. You see the arrow? Yeah, it shows up close. Now look how crunched his body was from the avalanche. You
Is
can
that
see, I
an
think
icicle on his butt?
I think that's his head right there.
Oh, damn.
You see that? Oh yeah, he got smushed.
He got
22
crushed,
years
yeah.
in the ice. That's what that looks like.
Damn.
They found him. My next story is one you'll like. Memphis. This is a road rage Karen. She gets out of her car in the middle of a road rage incident. It's always a dicey move, especially when your car is not in park.
Oh, no. What's going on
Why
here?
would Memphis like this one? Let's see.
He
what we
likes
got.
Karen videos.
I do not like Karen videos.
I have an 82-year-old man in the car, and you guys are all fucking spinning and disturbing. Just because it's 4th of July doesn't mean you give a fucking dick.
Yeah.
You're drunk as
Fuck you. Fuck you, dog.
She is drunk.
You're the one swerving. I was just following you.
Yeah, fuck
I'm
you.
the one swerving.
Oh,
I'm the
Oh.
one fucking
Where?
Oh,
Look at
shit.
the car.
yeah.
She's drunk.
Actually,
Better get in your car.
there's
Oh, now
Oh,
she's
you
smashed.
bitch. That's what you get.
Now she didn't get squished or die because this is her after explaining why she hit that other car, so she was okay. But yeah, she got some instant
drunk.
karma there.
That's
All right, my
what you
last
get.
story: Busta Rhymes going
Bitch.
crazy at the Essence
Ooh.
Festival. This is Busta Rhymes was not feeling the crowd's energy during his first ever performance of the New Orleans Essence Fest over the weekend. Busta Bus.
New
Put the
Orleans.
house lights on.
Oh, he's
New
pissed.
Orleans, y'all look like y'all tired. You motherfuckers ain't ready.
Nope, Essence Festival attendees definitely weren't ready for Busta Rhymes on Friday night. But hey, if you want him to pass the Cavassier, he's got some expectations for the crowd as well.
Who the fuck is this guy,
Guys,
though?
he's been drinking too.
Yeah, obviously.
Sir and miss,
Where's the crowd?
thank you.
There's
There's
one.
not a lot of people there right now.
There isn't.
I love this pair. They
Now,
look
do you think that's
absolutely
why he
giddy.
was really mad? So he goes on to these other podcast dudes always ruin everything. He goes on to like chastise the crowd for using their cell phones and videoing, and he's like, put those weird ass devices away. I'm not from that era. I'm from an era where we give the energy back to the artist. A lot of people are saying they agree with Busta on
He's
this.
right.
I agree with Busta,
Go if you're going to
but
a
I
show,
also
go to a
video with
show.
my phone too.
But as a
Sounds good.
professional, I think at some point you get out there and you just have
Just
to perform.
perform,
But
yes.
I think maybe he was upset because look at that. Did you see that crowd?
Yeah, that might have been
I mean,
why he was mad.
I don't know if you guys been to a Busta Rhymes show. This dude puts out so much energy. Like it's
Yeah,
it's an honor to go see him perform. And you getting a show.
I got to hang out with him in like 91.
So he want that energy back. So I mean, he's right. Everybody
like
nowadays want
94.
their camera up and it's like, put that shit down. Enjoy the show.
It was 2000.
He went off on him.
It was
pretty
2000. But like,
That's your news there,
2001.
Tomcat.
That'll be the news. I know. I kind of that nose pulling thing was hard to top from last week.
Oh yeah, I don't even ever want to see that.
God. Ramo, you got away with missing that one, dog.
Good. From what it sounds like, I'm
It
happy.
was gross.
Yeah, it was really,
I don't
really
even
bad.
know how his nose did that.
Like he ain't have no acne bumps or nothing. His shit was like straight.
Just stop.
But that's just terrible, man. Yuck.
It was one hell of a broadcast. We want to thank the YouTube watchers. We want to thank everybody who streamed us on Facebook.
Great show, guys.
And those of you listening to us on Spotify and on Apple, make sure that you subscribe to our show and leave us a comment on what you like, what you don't like. We're being brought to you by Manscaped and Liquid IV.
There it
is. Please don't bring that back. I hate this video.
Oh, look at that. How is this even possible?
The good thing is,
I tried to. Oh my god, dude. It's funny. Oh,
I don't have a
looks like
screen in
it-
front of me, so I can't see it.
Oh,
Bro,
God.
it's like
where did his nose
it has to be
go?
breaking his cartilage there.
That's
'cause
trauma. That's trauma right
dude.
there.
Oh my god.
That's going to do it for us on this
golly.
episode 122 of the Outcast podcast. Again, thanks to Manscaped, Liquid IV, and BetterHelp.
Thanks, guys.
Go to betterhelp.com/outcast and save 10% on your therapy. You're probably going to need it after listening to this show.
Probably.
God bless everybody. So long.
Peace out, y'all.
Break dance on Tuesdays.
Not okay.
This was my ass.